Greetings, Skyfarers, and welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. I am Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode, we're going to be doing a bunch of different things, I think we're going to try to go up towards Worlebury, Juxta-Mare, and see if we can do the Princess's Quest, Incognito Princess. There's so much to do here. Actually, before we do that, we should probably make sure that the sun doesn't go out. So what do we need to do to go over work orders? The Office of Works is prepared to pay for raw materials. The Office of Works needs 2 rolls, thirsty bombazine, 2 uncanny specimens. We do have a couple of those. So what else do we have here? Sequencer's Charity. That's another Worlebury Juxta-Mare, so that's good. Where's the time guy? Oh, shoot. So that's something that we could have done while we were at Eleutheria. No, we don't need to do. Okay. Alright, so the big thing we have to do... Where's the timekeepers thing? Maybe we already tried it. And failed, probably. Alright, let's just go ahead and do the work order. So, 2 rolls of bombazine, 2 uncanny specimens. That we can do. Chops. Bank. Bombazine. 2. Oop, that is not what I want to do quite yet. Let's pick up a couple of supplies while we're here. 1, 2. Boom. Let's go. I should probably repair too at some point. Ministry of Public Decency. Oh, we should probably actually talk to what's his name? The Vagabond. We'll do that right away after this. Okay, so let's go to the Horological office. Report your encounter with a weft of unraveling time. As soon as you mention the weft, the chief horologist springs up and closes the door to his office. There. Now we can talk more openly. Let's do that first. That seems interesting. New work. These outbreaks of unruly time are politically sensitive. I assume preventing or repairing them is beneath Her Majesty's dignity. She is, of course, terribly busy. Our office has been instructed to make such repairs as we can. We have invested... Jeez, I can't read. Our office has been instructed to make such repairs as we can. We have invented the raveling jacks, simplified hour looms that can reweave time's torn fabric. If you would assist, we'll pay for every weft repaired. Unfortunately, the jacks only work from the inside of a weft. A delicate operation, and I'm afraid the machines are fragile. Our superiors insist we demand a small deposit before you requisition one. Okay. Alright, in the meantime, let's get a new assignment. Damn it. All these are in the reach. That is so annoying. The clocks must run on time. Good, hurry up and tell them that they're living in the past, or possibly the future. Either way, not in the now. An intolerable state of affairs. Alright, a raveling jack. Acquire a raveling jack. It is, for all intents and purposes, an hour loom small enough to fit on a locomotive, which can be used to repair wefts of unraveling time. The office will release one to you in return for a modest deposit. The raveling jack will take up a spot in your hold. It makes me very sad. Fine. A new friend. The jack is a cumbersome machine with an improbable number of arms and wheels. It comes with an almost indecipherable instruction manual and a stern lecture from the officer in charge of the supply closets. When you enter a weft, you may try to repair it. There's a chance the jack will break. Return with evidence of repaired wefts to receive payment. You may return an undamaged jack to reclaim some of the deposit. So we now have a raveling jack, and we lost 100 sovereigns. I don't think there's really anything else to do here. So let us go to the Ministry of Public Decency. Now, we want the trade people, right? Is that the Office of Works? Here we go. Oh yes, work order 7777-G. It says here we're missing 2 bolts of bombazine, freshly oiled, full stop. Must be proof against spillages, comma, fraying and fading. That'd be quite the oil. You may need to improvise. Oh, they weren't cage catches, they were uncanny specimens. Alright. So we got a little bit more sunlight. That's nice. Oil delivery. You're forced to provide your own oil, extracted from one of the eerie specimens you found in the sky. The foreman seems impressed. Initiative, he remarks. I admire that. Alright, what do we have now? Okay, looks like we got the same quest again, which is fine. In fact, I think we should go and do that. If we're getting 10 sunlight per quest, that's good. Actually, we should check to see how much space this miniature loom takes up in our hold. 10. I assume that's kind of normal. Oh, shoot. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, God. You suck. Donkey. Let's go to the... Actually, let's take a look at the tobacco shop, see if anything has changed. Nothing. Okay, let's get back to the yards. Let's do this little repair. Alright, now let's head to the bank. You know, we should probably just grab like a whole bunch of stuff. Oop, can't take all of that. See if we can fix up the sun even more. Not have to make trips every single time. Most of the quests that they ask us for fall into one of a few different categories. Do not hit me. Do not hit me. Do not hit me. What are you doing? Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Oh my god. Get away. Do I have to shoot you? Get away. Alright, we're back. Officer works. Another 7777-G. We've read this before. Cool. We're up at Bright. Oh, jeez. To go get some munitions. They are going to make us run back for every single one of these, aren't they? This guy's gonna try and hit us every time. Get away! What are you doing? Get away! Get away! Oh my god. I hate you. The AI pilots are just so bad. What is this? A change of heart. A settler emerges from his cabin, his suitcase clutched in his hands. I've had some time to think, and I have to admit it. I can't do it. I don't want to go, but it's so warm here, and everyone's been so kind. Might I stay on? Or at least, take me back to Port Prosper? His smile is brittle. No, but you'll think about taking him back. We'll have to do that, because we don't have enough space for him anyway. His smile widens. He blinks several times. Of course, of course. So much to think about, so much to do. I'll be in my cabin. Where it's safe. I can't believe that they're gonna bring us back here, like, for every one of these things. Alright, we need ammo. Sure. Get away. What are you always doing here? You know what? I should probably just aim straight for him. And then assume he won't be there by the time we get there. Here we go. Order 8446-D. Still needs an explosive. Not your regulation shot and shell, neither. Something with a little heat to it. Enough to turn gas to glass. You might need to box clever here. Alright, we got some sunlight, ingenuity. The foreman pales as you show him your improvised experimental explosive. Christ almighty, Masterson. Take this away, carefully. Alright. I suppose there's this one. Good old 7274-DF. The F stands for, well, I'll let you infer. He reads from the order. Live specimen of celestial fauna. Brackets. 1. Close brackets. Must be in rude health and of intemperate disposition. So he snaps his letter shut. Best of luck with that one. We can do that. It's fine. We didn't have to go back. Okay, we got the sun up to bright. We can do one more. A ravenous delivery. A pair of laborers maneuver the catch into the new pen, their hands trembling as you recount the tales of its ferocity. The foreman shakes his head. God knows what they want this one for. I stopped asking questions after someone gave me an answer once. He shudders. Pays you. I was trying to do like a Cockney accent, but I just totally failed at it. So I did like a Western. Oh, jeez, we gotta. Okay, so 2 caddies of dried tea. We probably actually have enough of that, but I think we've dallied too long. The sun is at 86. That's pretty good. It's pretty healthy. So let us move on. Is there something we can give to this guy? Take tea with the auditor. Trade favor for ministry stamped permits. How many stamped permits do we have? Would that be in this? Do I not have any ministry stamp? Okay, I do. Oh, I got plenty. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. What is my favor? Here we go. Ministry gratitude's only 14. That's not great. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna run back to London one more time, drop off the stuff that we stuck into our cargo hold. And I think we'll try to head up to Worlebury Juxta-Mare. It seems like that's a central point where a lot of stuff is going on. Do not hit me. Unload, resupply. We don't need these anymore. We don't need these. Don't need these. But we do need a little bit of supplies and a little bit of fuel. Oops, did I do that wrong? I did. Shoot. Oh well, we'll have a little extra fuel. Now onwards to Worlebury Juxta-Mare. Actually, we should probably talk to what's his name first. Okay, it's up here. Maybe we'll go this way and try to gather some of this information here. Maybe get a reduction in our terror from this here. But before we do that, let us chat with some of our people here. The Amiable Vagabond. We can talk to Ratbite over dinner. The jails in London have a cavalier approach to provisioning prisoners. Once she's eaten, she'll tell you what she knows about quivers. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and get some more supplies though. But secret signs. You, Ratbite, and the Vagabond dine together. The Vagabond is laughing raucously, telling horrible jokes. Ratbite says little. She's gaunt, hollow-eyed, all sharp angles and scars. Quivers was obsessed with fairy tales, she tells you. He said there were some skylark signs scattered about the skies that no one knew the meaning of, not even the oldest skylarks. He believed they'd lead him right to the sugar-spun garden, if he could translate them. She pulls a small notebook from her pocket. He left this with me. He'd collected all the undeciphered signs except one. Last I heard, he was headed to Aklis to find it. The Vagabond's obligation: find the final untranslated skylark sign in Aklis. So that's once again in Eleutheria, I believe. Skylark signs, Aklis. Head to Aklis and copy down the mysterious sign. You've been given a book of translated Skylark code, and we've lost one supply. Now, what else is going on here? Did we, oh. Okay, that's fine. What do we have going on here? So... Okay. So the Repentant Devil. He looks younger than most devils, but he's significantly older. His gaze is blank and yellow, a wall against speculation. He grooms his sideburns artfully, and knows how to be tactful with less seasoned members of the crew. We could ask the Repentant Devil about his former friend at Carillon, or at least the friend he would expect to find there. We could ask him about the Well of the Wolf. He looks his most foreboding when you pry into that question. We can talk about the Baroness. Surely he has more to say. We'll do that. A former roommate. I used to live with her, he says, for centuries, before the Republic. She gave me a safe haven. I gave her the wreck of power. I had been something, and now I am not. You've seen how she is. She'll sit in the ruins of the Brass Embassy for a century if nothing dislodges her, feeding her babies on the pulp of diplomatic dispatches. On the topic of those babies, you rather thought you saw her eat one of her larvae as you were leaving. The uselessness of hiding war on me. Overthrowing the aristocracy was something to do. Alright. What more is there to do with this guy? Alright, so we have to visit the Well of the Wolf and Carillon. Alright. Doesn't seem like we're going to make a lot of progress with this right now. Let's go. To Worlebury Juxta-Mare. I probably should have picked up more food. Nope. Too early. Next one. Please be food. Oops. No. R. There we go. Got fuel up the wazoo here. An unfinished fringe of London. Its buildings barely occupied. Wonder if we'll find that guest over here. And presumably it did not. Presumably it lost, or the monitor probably lost against it, I would assume. Those things are tough. I think I can hear it. Something's making gooey noises. Alright, we're gonna pay our respects, give over a terror. Not 100% in it. I think I'd rather just clear this area here. This is background? Should be, okay. I could do it once around the Smith's Cut. Oh, that's some crazy machinery there. Uh-oh. Don't be a bad guy. Oh, jeez, it's a bad guy. That is definitely going to be a challenge. So we'll have to go around the other side. Actually, it's probably not so. It's probably not a big deal. As long as we don't get hit. He's gaining on us, though. He's definitely faster than us. Uh-oh. Negative impact. Did not hit. Okay, we're almost there. Why are there no Ministry ships around here? All right. Well, that was harrowing. Palace Pier. Workers in neat uniforms guide your locomotive to rest. Tourist engines rest alongside. Trading engines brews, trade gossip and delicacies. Signs and block capitals make abundantly clear that this is a place for pleasure. Let's restock our food. I'm a little bit worried about that. Yeah, let's check out the bazaar. Ah, crockery. What's this? Okay. The recent death of a well-to-do widower has triggered an unseemly family squabble over the disposition of his estate. An indifferent solicitor has been charged with auctioning off various of the deceased's unwanted belongings in order to cover the death duty. Alright, fine. Okay. Back to Palace Pier. What do we have to do here? I believe that there's like a lot of things. So, our list of quests is just getting longer and longer and longer. It's actually kind of... Okay, Eleutheria. So this is the ruins of Dusking's Deep, which lie beyond Worlebury and Juxta-Mare, so we can't do anything with that just yet. No. Eagle's Empyrean, that's in Eleutheria. Ooh, okay, so we have to speak to the eccentric. That's something that we haven't done yet. Alright, these Corellan ones we can just skip over. Okay, so here's one for here. She has certain ambitions. The Incognito Princess has revealed her identity to you. She'd like to visit Perdurance, but we already did that. The Incognito Princess found what she sought at Perdurance. Now she's looking for something blue at Worlebury Juxta-Mare. I wonder if that means something dead. This Blue Kingdom. Oh, here's another Atlas. The Incognito Driver, we did have to pick up verdant fragments all over the place, so we'll try to do that here. Not exactly sure what that involves. Atlas again. Eagle's Empyrean. Here's another Well of the Wolf. I think that's probably in Blue Kingdom. I might be able to check that, actually. Still don't know what to do with this one. Sky Barnet. Alright, here's a Worlebury Juxta-Mare. Alright, so this one was Leadbeater and Stainrods. It seems like there's a few of those at this point. This one is T. Perdurance, we'll have to go back there at some point. Yeah. House of Rod and Chains. I should have kept the ones that are for here open. Okay, I did. I kept one of them. There's two. Do this here. And then this. Alright. Let's go through them one at a time. I wonder if we've seen this before. The Mists of Worlebury. Fog rises from below, seeping through the wooden slats of the dock. The crowd waiting in the queue begin to sing a watery, ululating tone of no discernible melody. You could join the song of the mists. It rises from the crowd, spreading slowly. We'd offer sanctuary aboard your train. Most of those queuing are unsettled by the mist. Few are frantic with terror. This would be a good recruitment opportunity. Well, we don't need any crew, so we're not going to do that. Sell protective talismans to the crowd. Yes, yes. Terrifying mists. You have just the solution. This is going to cost us uncanny specimens? I don't think that that's a good idea. It might get us a lot of money, but... Oh, I was hoping we'd get rid of terror. Oh well. So we joined the song of the mists. The mists recede. As the final harmony dies, with it, peace is restored. Even the memory of the song and your part in its choir fade from memory. Looking down, there's something in your hand. A doll, bedded with many small sticks and bound with rope. It has no face, but its stare is no blanker than those of the faces of the people surrounding you. Well, that's creepy. This whole place is super creepy. Alright, okay. Okay, Robbery Juxta-Mare dazzles like a Fabergé egg, lamplit, rich pace and Britain in Baroque. In the distance, carnival music mixes with faint cheering. A queue twists and snarls along the dock. Visitors not allowed to just stroll into the port. They must be admitted. Every fortnight, the Bureau of Entertainment holds a lottery to give out a number of paupers passes, which grant free admittance. The queue for those is long, but it is not the only way into the port. We can prove that we are permitted to enter Worlebury. Ministry admits its own. You have the necessary paperwork, so that's going to cost us a ministry stamp permit. Those are a little bit dear. You can prove you know the right sorts. You've done your work for those important to the ministry. They will have heard of you. Well, if we can just get like right in, then I don't see any reason why we wouldn't just do that. The official checks your name from a list and then nods, then clicks his fingers twice. Workers from the Bureau of Entertainment quickly commandeer your attention. A man and a woman, appearing on each side, both exquisitely dressed, their smiles well-witted knives. Come already! The courtier doesn't like waiting. You need an outfit. Come! You've used up a little of the chairman's favor. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, I believe that we've gone through this already. I forget what we've done previously. I'm sure we did a hat. Because I like hats. I think we probably did maybe a coat. Let's do a coat. Okay, we can write a port report. Should we write a port report? There's so much to do here. But we have limited time, right? Alright. Hopefully that won't take up any of our time. We'll see. Does not appear to. Okay, so rubbery lumps. Alright, I think the most important thing to do right here is to locate the maudlin poets for the Incognito Princess. A series of somberly clad people with scarves and aggressive rhyme schemes gather around a public house. This must be the meeting place of the celestial-inspired poets the Incognito Princess wishes to see. You squeeze in the back. There are rows of serious young folk before you. Poets take the stage to chart their woe at the working class's plight. Or at least, that's what you presume from their gestures. They're inaudible over the chattering of the chattering classes. The Incognito Princess is pressed against the back wall. She ignores the rats who assemble to paw worshipfully at her feet. I would rather be closer, she states. That's kind of interesting. The rats come over. I wonder if that's like a bit of a tip of the hat to like Disney princesses or something, with like all the animals that sort of gather around, but all the cute ones aren't here, so all she gets is like rats. Shove them away. The pen is mightier than the sword, but your elbows are surely mightier than a poet's feeble body. Alright, that's funny. Use your connections. You're a friend to all poets, and these poets are your friends. If they knew you were in town, they'd have saved you a space. Well, this one looks free, so we'll do that. Or you could impersonate the gentlefolk of the press. Poets are addicts for coverage, convincing them that excuse me, will get you a better position. Well, we'll use the connections because we got a lot of Bohemia, so we might as well use it. Hurrah! It's you! As soon as you identify yourself, a spontaneous cheer bursts out. You and the princess are rushed through the crowd. You look up at the poet, staring into the middle distance, describing the misery of the hour looms. I almost said miserly. Slowly, he becomes aware of the Incognito Princess, stutters, and changes tack, hailing Her Highness in celestial verse. Soon, another poet steps on the stage, adding her own thoughts on how extraordinarily well the princess compares to the first day of spring. Then a third, then a fourth. The princess takes a break from the attention of the poets and turns to you. I will meet you back on the locomotive, she says. Learning about the Incognito Princess, the Incognito Princess found what she sought in Worlebury, Juxta-Mare. You squeeze in back. There are rows of serious folk before you. The poets take stage. Wait, have we read this? Yes, we have. Okay, so we could wait. Wait for just one more. You're not going home yet. Let's see what the princess is up to. Or we could leave early. That's enough of poets and princesses for now. I want to do the wait for one more. You push back into the public house. Okay. You push back into the public house to see every poet in the room hailing the Incognito Princess, trying to find couplets to exactly chart the bounds of her perfection. Not so blue now, my sad rhymers, she says, wavering encouragingly at the poets. You can find the words, if not English, perhaps words more celestial. After a brief moment, they find a language whose shapes sound ill-fitted for the human palate. They rush on joyously. One poet's tongue ignites, and then another, and then a third. Soon every poet has a mouthful of flame, and still they don't stop. In the middle of the conflagration stands the princess, beaming. This seems to be contagious. Best run. Learning about the Incognito Princess. The Incognito Princess found what she sought in Worlebury, Juxta-Mare. Your clothes have a shine to them, as if abraded into softness. You've lost a heart. Oh, what? How? Sucks. Oh, we got a bunch of terror out of that. That's not good. And a searing enigma. It's probably not worth it. Oh, boy. Well, I guess we should try to help the incautious driver. This is worrying. Is there some way to... I forget whether or not there's some way to reduce terror here. Well, help her. A failed attempt. The incautious driver spends hours sniffing at the air in search of familiar spores, but to no avail. We should try somewhere else. They reluctantly decide, shuffling with uncharacteristic glumness back towards the train. Learning about the unconscious driver, there was no sign of the fragment in Worlebury Juxta-Mare. Okay. We could go to the office of the Bureau of Entertainment. It's perched on the lip of the boardwalk, so close to the beach that its rails almost touch the wind-blasted pebbles. Here you'll be able to betray the cult and forge a different alliance. Just entering the office is not a betrayal, however. Which cult is this again? Oh boy. I wish I could remember what's going on here. Which cult? Why is it the cult? It doesn't have a name? Alright, let's see if rubbery lumps will reduce our terror. Please reduce. It does. How much? It wasn't much. Rubbery lumps. Let's try this slide across the off season. Not really sure what that does. Slide across to the off season. It bleeds from your teeth. A story that grants you passage. Guilt rendered and sour. You tell a passerby a story they'd not expected. Something raw, profoundly, and audaciously private. They gasp, and the air jumps, irises into a door like a wicker tunnel strung with fairy lights. You dash through, and the air feels membranous, stinks of burning wire. It is a wall of mucus, 2 feet thick, and it calls your eyes in oil-slick rainbows. That sounds disgusting. Oh, here's the Sequencer's care package. There are parts of Worlebury Juxta-Mare unfit for postcard crumbling. Wait, there are parts of Worlebury Juxta-Mare unfit for a postcard, crumbling and bleak, and not at all charming. The locals eye you with unmasked hostility. Alright, well, we should do these things. So let's close her out. So I guess that this is the last thing right here. Deliver the Sequencer's package. When they discover your charity consists of cravats and hymn books, a mob of locals chase you, hurling invective, and more importantly, stones. You've lost 1 well-intentioned package, new total 0. Yeah, we'll assist with the shoveling, I guess. Boo. Oh, that gave us terror. The truculent looking... Okay, well, I should have read that. Assist with the shoveling. You'd always understood that donkey excrement has to go somewhere. Apparently, the place is here. The truculent looking woman comes over. Without preamble, she explains that you're to harvest organisms... harvest... Oh, jeez. The truculent-looking woman comes over again. Without preamble, she explains that you're to harvest organs of serviceable quality and put them aside for the cleaning crew. It's worth its weight in gold, she growls, as you unspool coils of intestine from a knee-high pile of excrement. When satisfied with your performance, she abandons you again. To maintain a low profile here, you will need to work. But while you are laboring, someone else is unemployed. Oh, this is going to cost a ministry stamp permit? Yeah, let's go for it. Go back to the tourist part of Worlebury. You must exchange your ministry permit for a stamped one with the toy maker's mark. Toy maker? And sumptuous but mismatched attire. I probably shouldn't have come over here while I still had so much clothing. It reignited our clothing. Or it re-healed our clothing. The permit is oxblood wax and gold leaf, vellum as sleek as the cheek of a newborn babe. And the clothes that you are given are beautiful, but nothing like the courtier had offered. A madness of cuts and fashions. You are sent through the gate, and this way around, it feels like salt on your skin, like sandpaper parrying you to the bone, like desert air, like first heartbreaks, last goodbyes. You emerge on the other side, smelling faintly of cigarettes and steak pie. That was probably a mistake. Okay, so the off-season is the caretakers, I guess. But I want to take care of this terror, because I don't want to have to go all the way over to, what the heck is the name of that place? The mausoleum. I don't want to have to go all the way to the mausoleum just to come back and try to find the, this place down here. Oh. They closed this. The Surveyor's Expedition. I want to have a low enough terror that I can go and do the Surveyor's Expedition and not have to go halfway across the map. Good. So we got some flaws in the facade. I'm just gonna do more of this. 31, so it seems to take off 5. So we are now scruffy. I think this is our last chance. That's pretty low. We're good. We're good. And I guess our only chance is to leave swiftly. All right. Well, I guess that's probably going to wrap up this episode. It's getting a little bit long in the tooth. So we were at least able to get everything done at Worlebury that we had to do. We still have to find Dusking's Deep, which is not terribly far away, apparently. And, you know, our terror's looking good. Our supplies are looking good. I'll probably grab another supply, but yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 2 o'clock Eastern, US and Canada. 2 p.m. that is. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.